about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Hello, model citizens. Welcome to Humanity Junction. I got to say, a very interesting afternoon, and I hope everybody's afternoon has not been as crazy as mine is, but we all survived the Amherst Model Railroad Show, and now we are hanging out together back in our favorite places, and this is surely mine, although today it is definitely giving me a run for my money. What I'm trying to decide is whether I should let everybody in on what's going on, or if I should just move ahead and we'll just see what's gonna happen, because it's interesting. I am, if you guys can't, I'm wearing my Blame Heath shirt tonight, and there is a reason for the Blame Heath shirt tonight, and it's kind of a doozy. It's kind of a doozy. Heath's not stuttering though. Well, you know, did this not pop up? Let's see. Maybe if we go. Let's go here. Now things should pop up. Maybe. Yep, there we go. Oh, Mr. Beethoven introduced me to Larry Otis, who was, I gotta say, quite the character, quite the gentleman. I guess, I don't know if you could use gentleman, but yeah, my feet, I'm not sure that I am feeling my feet right now. I didn't blow anybody up. I may have blown something up though. Rayron VR, a small tip for your hard work. Found many new rabbit holes to go down thanks to your stream. Cheers. Unfortunately, now we're gonna reveal what the problem is. If you notice, I don't have my supers. Let me see I don't even know if I could, let me see. I think I can maybe share a photo, and the photo I think will speak louder than words if the photo has actually downloaded yet. Let's see if I can find it. And yeah, you may notice certain things are taking a little longer than usual. It's just kind of the way it's gonna be tonight. This, let's see if the display share works. Let's go here. Yep, it worked. So that's kind of what happened today. I got one of those blue screen of death things that we all love oh so much, which turned into me completely reinstalling Windows and attempting to reset up my computer. So it was, I really was looking for this to just be a nice old relaxing stream, and things have just been absolute chaos. But, you know, I guess, you know, why would it be easy, right? Artie, been fantastic to meet you in person, Heath, too, and thanks for the live streams you did at the show. Thank you. It was fantastic meeting you there. It was wild, man. It was so wild being able to meet everybody. I felt like there were just a lot more people out and about and at the show this year, at least on Saturday. We did, my understanding, if I'm remembering the numbers correctly, we had about 26,000 people there over the 2 days. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was a record, but not completely sure. So what I thought I would do tonight, just because, you know, what other fun am I going to have with all of the craziness going on with my computer? But I thought I would start. It's saying YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Is that true for anybody? I don't think that's true. I don't believe it for a minute, but I'm trying to see what it says. Yeah, this says we're good to go. Okay. So what I got behind me here and what I thought I was going to do today was that they say the record was broken for the show on Saturday. Saturday was definitely record attendance. Yeah, there were over 15,000 just on the first day. The weather did hamper things a little bit on the second day, but I still think, yeah. Traxler Mike says, think Saturday was 16 and Sunday was 6. I think that's about right. Yeah, okay, so what I thought I would do, yeah, Ray Ron, I completely understand. I figure I'll unpack my bags. I was planning on getting everything all laid out, and it didn't happen. So what we're gonna do tonight is I'm gonna go through my bags and I'll show you some of what I got at the show, as well as some of what was in the boxes when I got home. If people, maybe you remember, should I look for the image again, just because the image is kind of fun? Let's see if I can find the image real quick. Does anyone remember where I may have put it? Oh, I think I know where it is. I think it's right here. Yes, it is here. So this is the portion of the program that, for a lack of a better term, I am going to refer to as I have a problem. So while I was at a train show, I did have several other items show up at my house, and I thought it would just be fun to let's just go through some stuff, talk about the fun things, and we'll go from there. That's cool that people are getting fiber. What have you been waiting for? We haven't gotten all night. Yeah, I know. A 5-hour unbagging. It could be. It could be as well. Let's see. Heath did a great job of the show. Thank you, Mr. Almar. Larry Otis said it was 26,000. Yeah, I believe that was everybody included, I think, was 26,000, which I meant to confirm whether that was a record or not. So if you missed last week's stream, you might not exactly know what the problem is that I'm talking about. When I was doing photography, they called it GAS, as in gear acquisition syndrome. Here in at least my Discord, if you guys run over there, we call it the BMT, which is the buy more trains. And it's just kind of the disease of not being able to stop buying things. So I'm going to start it off with, this is not something that I got at the show, but it's model railroading related, but it was so funny. It was so funny that I just had to get it. And then I realized, as I was buying it anyway, that it might actually be useful. It might actually be useful. So this is an item that I'm not sure exactly when it was released, but I just learned about it, and it is from Broadway Limited Imports. So I don't know if people can guess what this is going to be, but I had a pretty good conversation with Curtis from Broadway Limited Imports during one of my streams, and after the streams, I came home and I saw a video that Curtis put up there and it put up on Facebook, and I just thought it was the funniest thing, so I had to get one. So this is literally, not figuratively. I don't know. Can you see that there? Let's see if we go up to this one. And of course that one's not working. Let's see, we'll come up here. No. Why did you decide not to work? You were working before, and now you're not working. Why are you not working now, but you were working before? Are you going to start working for me or not? See, you guys didn't know that this was going to be a sing-along. Now, did you? I figure maybe if I just keep singing, maybe it'll come back on. Well, another thing to work on. So it says right there, I don't know if you can make it out on this camera, but it says right there, Broadway Limited Imports. And it is the Charge-O-Matic, the timer that makes any charger smart. Mr. McTovid, thank you so much for the post-recovery fund. It is going to go right to fixing my computer. So what this is this is the device where you can set how long it stays on for and how long it is off for between cycles. The idea being, if you have like batteries just sitting on a charger and it just, charges and charges and charges. Well, what this does is it will like turn them on for a day and then turn them off for a week and then turn it on for a day, whatever. But it's by Broadway Limited Imports. Did I need it? No. Did I want it? Yes. I thought I'd try the other camera again. I was hoping it would work. So this is my first ridiculous purchase of the night. Let's go on to my next thing. Let's see what else I got around here. Let's look. Okay. This is my main purchase from the Amherst show. I've thought about getting this for a while, but I wasn't sure that it would quite fit what I was trying to build here. But when I saw it in person and was able to walk up to it, all right, so here's what they said. I'll answer this question first. Why would BLI make that? Apparently, it was made by 2 employees of BLI, and BLI basically just helped them bring it to market. So why did BLI make it? Because it was their employees and they wanted to support their employees. I don't think there's any other reason than that. I think that's what it is. Jerry Jerome says, love the stream, HH. It was the best train show I attended from my couch. Thank you for all the hard work. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. Back to my purchase. There is a company called the N-Scale Architect. They make N-Scale Craftsman kits. And one of the items that I'm going to have on my layout is a car float. And they make a couple different car float scenes. But the one I'm particularly interested in is the transfer bridge that they have here. And it's not quite correct for what I'm doing, but it's close enough that if I think I can build it and then modify it to do a little bit more and get a little bit closer to what I want to. Oh no, Larry has arrived. Larry, don't start telling any stories. Oh boy. So I'm going to modify this to look like, if you look up the 69th Street transfer bridge, I'm going to kit bash this to look a little bit closer to that. Even if I build this exactly as it is, I think this will be closer than anything else I've already found. So this was my first purchase. I think I made this one on Saturday, and I don't know how soon I'm going to build this. I've never really built Craftsman kits, and this one looks very complicated. I will definitely be reaching out to people for help on this type of thing, but I'm going to try. I do have some smaller, Andrew, we're going to kick you out for inviting Larry. I do have some smaller Craftsman kits that I think I will put together before I get to this one, but I really liked what the N-Scale Architect had, and I think, I don't know, I don't know if you can make it out in the corner there, but I've got an ITLA mock-up back there. I've got this here. So I think between all this stuff, I'm going to have to get into doing some Craftsman kit stuff. So it'll come. It'll be coming. Let's see. One of the other things that I did get as well was, I don't remember where I got this, but I like what vendor did I get these from? I don't remember. But it was a vendor that had Microtrains cars for decent prices. Like this is regularly $28, had it for $22. This was $30 and he had it for $23. So I got some decent prices on some 40-foot box cars because that's what I want to run. So I thought, hey, like let's get a couple more 40-footers. And actually this one's a 36-footer. I love the yellow reefers. So I got this one as well. And I'm gonna just, if you guys remember, when I did my first I Have a Problem show, basically I showed everybody all of these right here, all these Microtrains cars that I got, and they're still sitting right there. So here are some more Microtrains cars from the show that I picked up. Another thing I got at the show, this is something that I bought before I went to the show and picked it up at the show. What am I going to be rewarded for? What did I win? What did I win? And I am basically just getting more metal wheel sets and stuff. So I bought these. These are the Atlas wheel sets for Microtrains trucks, a bunch of metal ones, and they came with some other items and stuff as well for N scale stuff, because you never have enough stuff, right? Stuff is everywhere. More stuff, right? Yes, I have a problem. Joe's just saying one big slow. I keep getting it real here, Corey. Let me roll the dice for the health outcome today. Oh, no. Heath has more boxcars than boxes. I don't know that that's true. Well, it's probably close. I have very few boxcars without boxes. I like collecting boxes. So what else do I have in here? I did bring this. If you watched, I think it was Friday's live stream, just because there always has to be technical issues on Friday's live stream. When I started the stream, my mic wasn't working, so I quickly switched to the good old handy blue box microphone talk here. People still wouldn't talk into the box though. I don't know why I can't get people to talk into the microphone box. It's just a difficult thing to do. I also got a couple gifts while I was at the show. Again, items that people brought for me. I kind of did have some stuff shipped home. A friend of mine had their car at the show, so I asked them if they would take my bag of stuff home. So I did get some. Anyway, we'll forget about that. This is an item that I got that I'm very excited about. I mentioned this when I showed off the Joe Raider. Here's the Joe Raider BlackRock Central boxcar. My goal is to ship items to other people's layouts. So got the Joe Raider one, and another layout that I am going to be able to ship stuff to is the Split Rock Mining Company. And again, should we just try it again? Yep, still doesn't work. Figure if I keep clicking on it, eventually it might start working. Hasn't worked yet. Split Rock Mining Company boxcar, so this will be traveling from my layout all the way up to Minnesota to drop something off at the Split Rock Mining Company. I don't know what yet, but if people have cars for the layouts, especially if they are 40-foot boxcars, I would love to have one on the layout. Let's see what other people are talking about. People brought you gifts, you must look needy. I don't know how, I don't know. Maybe a little needy. This is an item, this next box that I have here. I am going to blame Dennis from Otter Creek and Rio Grande for the purchase of this box. So I am glad you are here. Dennis, if you would come to Amherst and be my tech behind the scenes person, I would love that. But for now I'm a one-person guy. But Dennis, if you're volunteering, I will happily bring you along with me. So this is Dennis from Otter Creek and Rio Grande's fault. Dennis was doing a video where he was weathering track. I sent Dennis an email and I said, what paints are you using for those? But he never got back to me. So, just because I have a problem, I figured, why should I limit myself and only get 1 or 2 paints? So I got the AK Interactives rolling stock weathering paint, and I got the AK Interactives basic dirt effects. And I got these primarily to weather track, because once I get all the switch machines working, I want to start weathering the track. But if you guys haven't heard yet, I have a problem, so I didn't just get those, but I also got some spray paints. The thought was, this is AK Rust Base Coat, and this is Humbrol's acrylic spray, and I don't know the color, dark brown. I figured between the two of these, I can quickly get kind of a base coat down, a light coat down over over the tracks with those, and then go back with these to add in a little bit of extra color. Mr. McDovid says, you're a lot of responsibility, Heath. Maybe we can make a schedule for next year's shows and everyone can take turns being your tech person. We can do that as well. Is the paint conductive? I don't think so. I doubt it is. But yes, vent your room, absolutely. Probably won't vent the room, but I will definitely be wearing a respirator. I don't remember, can't remember, I'm assuming these are enamel spray paints, but yes, we will vent the room because it will be a little... Corey, no offense to the sailors out there, but I follow the Navy principle. Never again volunteer yourself. I agree. So you decided not to go with the Krylon camo. Going with the Krylon camo would have been too easy because that's what everybody else uses. So why would I use the same thing that everybody else uses? And again, I blame Dennis from Otter Creek and Rio Grande. Yes, my window opens. Yeah, I'm curious to try out the AK paints. One other thing that I got, once I start ordering something from a store and the shipping is basically paid, it makes it easier to buy more stuff. So another item that I blame Dennis from Otter Creek for, because I was already buying the paints, is I got another one of the Oxford vehicles. This is an N-gauge vehicle, and I don't know if you can make it out. Let's see if I take this off and make it a little easier. But it's a forklift, and yeah, it's it's a European style forklift and whatnot. But maybe one of my dock workers bought a forklift from across the seas. So yeah, yes, we likely need a Blame Dennis shirt. Exactly. Yeah, if I see a path and it's well worn, I'm gonna just take a right turn and just go and do my own thing. But yeah, so I saw the forklift along with the AK paint, along with the spray paint, and because I have a problem, I got a little bit of all of them. Let's see, what else do I have? Let's keep going through here. Okay, so when you're laying track and you're working with Flex Track, one of the things that happens, and I didn't buy these at the show, I had pre-ordered these, and they're surprisingly cheap, actually. So it's good to have them, and it's easier to use these instead of just cutting up other things. But these are the Pico joiner sleeper ties, and these would get added when you cut off the ties when you're connecting Flex Track to get the couplers in. These are designed so you can stick them under the couplers so you can make your ties look consistent. So I got a couple of these because I want my ties to look consistent. Grandpa Rails, I think the answer is yes. everyone does need a forklift. Good for you getting cars. If it's a forklift, it doesn't really matter. I have a bunch of their cars as well. I like the Oxford stuff. Joey bought all the locomotives for the show. I wasn't able to find any locomotives to purchase. So essentially, I just got there too late. Oh, here's another car. Apparently, I got another yellow reefer from the show as well. So I guess I got five cars. This is a Florida East Coast Railway fruit and vegetables car, another 40-foot box car. So we got that. Oh, here's an item here. So I really like these. I saw these at the show. I actually mentioned that I bought some at the Atlas booth when I was there, and they are these mobile office containers. My thought is, instead of like having like permanent buildings, at least around here, what a lot of the rail yards do is they'll just get these containers and just put them in the yard when they need extra, extra maintenance sheds or extra little offices or something. So Atlas makes these. They make them in N scale and HO scale. So I found a place that had them for an okay price and decided to get these as well. So I don't know what I'm exactly doing yet. Part of what I'm starting to consider for my new layout is that a lot of the places on the layout are kind of like team track-esque type areas, right? So there's an actual team track where the trucks will pull up. There's a freight terminal over here, and then there's a terminal house over here. And I think a lot of the idea is going to be is that, a lot of the stuff is just going to be less than carload stuff. So, a reefer might be just full of a bunch of different vegetables. I don't know. I just like the reefers. I don't know that they're going to get iced. I don't know that they're going to be whatever. They're just going to be really cool cars that carry stuff around my layout because I just want to have fun. Yeah, the containers are pretty modern, especially with the air conditioners and stuff on the outside of them. But I think I don't really care. Oh, do reefers and team tracks go together? See, I don't know. I'm just gonna have fun. That's all I know. How did you get a free soft pretzel? I definitely did not get a free soft pretzel. Now I feel gypped. But yeah, meat needs to come in as well as fruits and vegetables. That's what my dad told me when we were growing up in this city. Oh, especially the beer reefers. That is true as well. Let's see what else we got in here. All right, so if people remember, I've been having a little bit of a rabbit hole adventure with switch stands. And I noticed that Osborne had a couple of different switch stands, and they're not that expensive. They've got Canadian National switch stands, and they've got general purpose switch stands. So I ordered 2 of each just to kind of see if maybe I could modify them a little bit to work with my little thing. I don't know, there's probably some new people here. You probably don't know of my rabbit hole adventure, but I've been doing this little mock-up situation, and somewhere around here is a metal pin. And just imagine that this is a switch machine and that there is a turnout right here. Sorry, imagine, yeah, so this is a Cobalt. So you have the turnout on top, and right next to this, like here, you would have a switch machine, right? But a switch stand, sorry. I'm talking really quick and I'm confusing myself. So the switch stand would be right next to the throw bar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a metal pin, I'm going to stick it in a hole through my baseboard, and there's going to be a switch on the bottom, and you'll be able to push on the switch stand next to the turnout, and it'll activate the switch machine to throw the switch. So I'm like all in this like switch stand like thing that I'm like trying to like. So I got some Osborne kits, and again, since I was already paying for shipping, I don't know why, but I bought the I bought these scenic rail ties. I figured I could paint up some rails or some ties and make it look that way. Yeah, so it's another thing I got recently as well. You're gonna just reading the chat real quick. I didn't know CN had their own style. Yeah, I didn't really either. I mean, if you look at the General and you look at the CN, I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. They look virtually identical. I think it could just be marketing. You know, Canadians like their own stuff. I don't know. Overly complicated is my middle name, so of course it is as well. James is already confused. I know. You'll see it. I'm gonna build it. You'll see it, and once you see it, everybody will be like, "Oh, that's brilliant." But for now, I know. For now, it just seems like I'm crazy. What else do we got in here? Oh, here's something I got. So, Thomas Grassi, I think it was Thomas, got Jim Tedesco to make these little clips. And what these clips are for is these are for NCE Litits. And I'm going to use NCE Litits to prototype my, signals. So these will allow me to mount and then stick the light inside of it. So I've got a bunch of those in here, and we're going for. Do you only use 40-foot boxcars? I don't only use 40-foot boxcars. I am going to primarily use 40-foot boxcars. My layout is designed around a consist of 8 40-foot boxcars. So if I go with 50-footers, I need to just, you know, go down to 7 cars. If I go to 60-footer, you know, whatever. So yeah, primarily I am trying to stick with 40-footers. I just think it'll give the most action on the layout. But I've got 85-foot trash cars too, so, you know, sue me. Let's see, what else do I have in here? What is this? Oh, so the other thing that I've been getting into as I get more and more into operations is operations rules books. And what I realized at the last op session is I thought the guys kind of like knew all the rules. And you would be like, you know, or I would be like, I don't know what I'm doing. And they'd be like, oh, well, here it is in the book. It's rule 25. And they'd read off the rule. And I'd be like, how did you guys just happen to know that? And I thought they were just looking in the book to read the rule to me. What I realized at the last op session is that they are learning as well. They have a general sense of where to find the rule, but they don't really remember all the details necessarily. So they have the rule books, and they pull the rule books out, and they look at the rules. So I've been buying a couple different rule book things. So this is the New York Central System Safety Rules. So this one probably has something about what sort of shoes you need to wear. Oh, and I just noticed this is even signed. AP something, I don't know who it's signed for, but this is the 1943 Safety Rule Book. Here's the New York Central Rules of the Operating Department from 1956. Here are the New York Central rules for engine men and firemen for the operation of intermittent inductive automatic train control, effective 1954. Here is a New York Central system timetable from 1944. And this is the New York Central rules for the operation and supervision of air brake train air signals. So what I'm realizing is I thought like all these guys were just like, oh, I know all the rules. No, they just get the books. So actually, Ron, I've got a little problem, and I actually ended up purchasing them before I even left for the show. But yes, there are, if you go to Amherst, or even if you go to the Edison show, there are usually people selling rule books as well. But I get it, David. We don't need no stinking rules. Yes, and Rule 1 is still absolutely Rule 1. But I talk a lot about like, oh, I don't care if I'm prototypical. I don't care if the reefers have reefer stuff, and I don't care if the 40-foot boxcar from Dixieland or whatever like goes like. I say I don't care about all that stuff, and then I go and I buy the rule books. I'm gonna try and find a happy medium. It's another one of those rabbit holes you can go down, down in model railroading, is rules and learning stuff. And I do think in addition to Rule 1, I do think getting rule books and just sort of sit on the couch and look through them. I think move locomotive over test inductor at not less than 2 miles per hour without acknowledging to determine that automatic. It's just, I don't know, and they smell too. They have that like, can I be prototypical Rule 1 guy? You can do whatever you want on your layout. Yes, the Ice Dragon can be Fantasy Rule 1 as well. 30 minutes of unboxing. I've been unboxing stuff quickly tonight, right? I mean, got a problem, but I'm getting through stuff, so I think that's good. Should we stick with the prototypical stuff? Should we? Let's keep going. So here's another prototypical item. This was actually listed on my Discord. Somebody posted the link for it and said, oh, this is kind of interesting. And I kind of went, you know what? It is kind of interesting. Let me make an offer and see if he'll take the offer. I forget exactly what he was asking, but I asked for some other price or whatever, and I got it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but again, it relates to the prototype again. So I got it. This is the Yardex instruction manual for the Sioux Milwaukee system. And I don't know if there's a year in this. Let's see. So this is from 2019. So it's pretty modern, but it's a 3-ring binder of, in case of difficulty. If the system is not responding as you expect it to, you must first localize the problem. The following are possibilities, and the text starting below will tell you how to determine. I don't know. I just thought it was cool, right? I thought it was neat. Again, I will likely learn something from this. So I thought it was kind of cool. Yes, Ken, I was the one. If other people are interested in this, let's get together and we can, look at it together, and, we'll figure it out. Let's see, what else do we have in here? More metal wheel sets, because, you never have enough metal wheel sets. here is a book that I got. I think this might have been Model Railroad Hobbyist, but somebody sent me the link for it because they knew that I really liked circus stuff. And here it is, The Last Train Standing, History and Modeling of the Straits Carnival Trains by Larry E. Smith, MMR. So James A. Straits 45 railroad cars. There's Larry Smith. And, oh yeah, so it is MRH Media. It says it right here. So you can go to the MRH store and get this. Oh, there you go. I couldn't remember whose fault it was. Yes, blame Ron. It was Ron from New Haven Rails that sent me the link for this. But I just thought, I mean, you know, not only is it about circuses, but it's about, you know, modeling circus stuff. So I did not get this at the show. Again, another thing that I ordered that came in either, you know, right before the show or not. Thomas, I don't know that I want all, I don't know if I want all of the rule books, but I would be interested in one. If RailPro offered an N-scale module, would you consider changing over from DCC? From DCC to what? Ron, I'm not sure. Are they DC only? Is RailPro? Oh wait, oh RailPro. Wait, RailPro the control system stuff. If RailPro offered an N-scale module, would consider changing over from DCC. I don't know that I would change over for DCC, but I would be very curious to see if you could do a dead rail with N-scale, because I mean N-scale's got a lot of issues. So yeah, is this the one from the Barnum and Bailey Circus Museum? No, it's from MRH, Model Railroad Hobbyist. So so that's one book. Here's something I want to show everybody that yeah, Ron, either hit me up on Discord or email me. I remember the RailPro stuff from all of the O-scale and G-scale guys. Not this year, but the last year, I remember talking to the RailPro guy about, I think, the decoder for the Bachmann. There was like a Bachmann locomotive that was at their booth. But anyway, yeah, hit me up and let's talk about it. So one of the things that I found recently that I thought was interesting, and my team track area, I'm gonna try and model it in the 1970s-ish. And in New York City, there are a lot of cobblestone streets. And cobblestones in N-scale, I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to go down that route, but I thought it would be interesting in the team track area, instead of just paved asphalt, to do cobblestones. And I found a company in, I think, Germany maybe, but they're called Juwela. They do have a distributor here in the US. The gentleman's name is Brian Rogers, and I think his website's Eurotrain or something. I, of course, forget the name. But Juwela makes cobblestone, like street paver type things. So it comes on a backing, and you peel it off the backing and you put it down. But these are bricks. So these are red bricks. But this is a curved cobblestone because the area I want to use it have some curved tracks. I believe they are plastic. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're plastic. Yeah, Joey, so my layout is, in 1968, the New York Central closed all of their car floats on the west side, and my company purchased the west outside float operations to keep it going. So they bought a bunch of New York Central equipment, and that's, you know, that's the layout. So this is designed to go like in between the tracks, so you can make, you know, your, you know, kind of your crossing with them. And then, so this is the straight one. This is the one that goes between the tracks, and this is the curved one. So I ordered some of it. I'm very curious to see how it's going to work. I think I probably have a lot more of some of this than I'm going to need. So you probably thought I was modeling the 50s because I love 36-foot yellow painted billboard reefers, but yeah, it's all an idea. I don't know what I'm modeling. I'm just having fun, right? Rule 1. Let's go back to rule 1. The other thing I got from Juwila is this kit here, and this is just sort of a diorama assortment of like construction type stuff. But it's, you know, 1/160th scale. You don't find a lot of this stuff in these small of scales. So I just thought, like, how cool is it going to be to have like cobblestones on an N scale layout? So I'm going to give it a try. I do not know what I'm doing, and I feel like I have proven it over and over again. Juwila, Juw, you can't say, Juweela. I found them on Facebook, actually. So that's where I got them, and unfortunately, I don't have, I don't seem to have his thing, but his name's Brian. Oh, you know what? If I look at my phone, I can tell you his company name, because I do have the company name in here. The guy's name is Brian. Go down, Brian Rogers. And I didn't put the company name in here. Or maybe it's this Brian Rogers. There it is. Euro Trains USA. Euro, E-U-R-O, Trains, T-R-A-I-N-S, USA. The guy's name is Brian Rogers, and he is the U.S. distributor of those. So, yeah. Joey, I'm right there. I am right there with you. 150,000%. I am right there with you as well. Thank you, Derek. Much appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, they're small. You should see these bricks. I can't really show you how tiny the bricks are, but it almost just looks like red dust in here. That's how small there are. But there are approximately 3,000 bricks in here. Not sure what I'm doing with the bricks, but again, you know, I was buying some stuff, so I had to get in there. So I seem to only have one box left to open. I think I've actually made it through all of the other items that I wanted to open. Does anybody have any questions before we get to that last box? You'll find all kinds of that stuff in Japan. Oh, really? Yeah, this is definitely Germany. It says made in Germany. Juweela.de is their actual website. Heath, why? Yeah, we don't want to get into the why. That's just. Did I get any cool handouts? Mark, I hate to admit it, but that wheel gauge that you're talking about, I didn't get it at the show. I got it because of something that I ordered from Lombard before I even got to the show. So yes, I did get one, but I didn't get one at the show. Yes, Joey. Separate bricks. They make them in all different scales. They have them in HO scale as well, 1/87 scale. But yes, N scale, one piece at a time, red bricks. Pretty darn crazy. Oh, when you place your first order with them, how do they know it's a first order? When did I have a lot of time to just, well, distracted dad. Most of this stuff I bought in the week leading up to the show, knowing that I would be spending a lot of time streaming during the show, and I didn't want to come back to the show empty-handed. So I made sure to have stuff on the way. You do any brick streets? No, I'm not going to do any brick streets. I'm just going to do the cobblestone streets. But I figure, you know, maybe there's a brick every once in a while in the cobblestone street, or you know, maybe there's just a pile of bricks next to a building, or something like that. Artie says 2 items are missing. Don't make Heath strain himself more than he already is. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I guess the reason I question it though is because I don't think that was my first ever order from Lombard. It was my first order from Lombard, I think, this year, but I don't think it was my first ever order from them. But they probably do track, you know, whether you know, by year or whatever. They could probably look it up as well, or something like that. Yeah, bricks would be good for a war scene. You know, you see people that model a, you know, brick building that's falling apart, but then there are no bricks laying on the ground. So I think the bricks laying on the ground would be a good thing to have. Okay, so the last box that I have, the box you opened at the YouTube meeting at Mini Prince was the fastest ever opening. That's probably true too. Thomas, did you see this 40-foot boxcar that I got at the show? Brickyard as a pedestrian walkway across the road. That would definitely be a useful use of it. Let's see, are we talking products per minute? No. Brick makes good weights while gluing something. Not these bricks, though. These are N-scale bricks. I don't think they would exactly provide enough weight. Yeah, Thomas, I went by the Home Shop's booth, and as I walked by, it was like one of those, like, you know, what do they call that? When you, like, see something and you whip your head back around. And I had to walk back over because this exact N-scale car was sitting on the Home Shop's table at one point. So it was definitely there as well. So here's the last box. Got to be careful with this one. This one traveled apparently many miles. Many miles to get to me. I'm just realizing, so one of these items is a piece of a tire, and I'm realizing if I put this piece of a tire on, I may make some noise getting it on over the mic. So I'm not sure whether I should put it on or not. You know, I haven't actually tried it yet. I don't know if it's going to fit. Oh, it fits perfectly. It fits perfectly. So this is one of the items that I got. Can you still hear me? Yep, the mic popped out. So this is the shirt that I got while I was there. And if you guys don't know, this is a long-standing joke between Tammy and Ray from Mom, Son, and Trains, and I already have the Barbie car that they sent me, but they got me the Barbie sweatshirt because I now, in addition to the Barbie convertible, I now have my very own Barbie Dream Castle in HO scale to go on my HO scale layout. And of course it has a moat because every castle needs a moat. If you don't know the backstory, it goes back a ways. Tammy was making a layout and she was building a castle, and it was around the time that the Barbie movie came out, so I kept saying to her, oh, look at all the pink foam, that must be the Barbie Dream Castle. So everything that she made before she had painted the pink foam, I kept asking her if she was making a Barbie Dream Castle. Turns out if you joke enough about somebody else making a Barbie Dream Castle, then you end up yourself with some Barbie Dream Castle items. So I don't know about anybody else, but I had a fantastic show. If you haven't seen it, I do have a bunch of live streams out there that I did from the show. I've got some 360 walkthroughs as well. So if you want to walk through on your own, pause the video, look around a little bit. I did a 360 video walking down the aisles of every one of the buildings. I also did live streams with a bunch of interviews with a bunch of different people that I saw and met and talked to. So if you enjoyed any of that stuff, go check them out, hit thumbs up. Feel free to join as a member. Love having extra members. But I need to clean up this mess that I made because I bought way too much stuff, because you heard it here first, folks. I have a problem. I know that I have a problem. On that note, I hope everybody has a fantastic week. It was so great seeing people in Amherst that I got to meet. It was really great having people follow along online. I will be doing it again next year. I can pretty much assure you of that. From the city that never sleeps, farewell, model citizens.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.